Hey, I'm psychic medium Christopher Scott Stilson.
And I'm psychic medium Christy Forsyth with Clarity.
And we are here together again.
Yay! How long has it been, Chris?
Oh my god, I don't know. It feels like it's been forever, to be honest. It really has.
It's been, at least a few couple months.
I would say so.
And we love doing videos together, so
absolutely.
I'm so happy to be here today on this Lionsgate day.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We do every single time we always want to talk about doing more videos for you guys together. So we actually are going to make a game plan for all of that.
We're going to schedule it in, guys, so that we make sure that we're taking care of it. Yeah. So we have quite a system here. Should we talk about our setup?
Oh, God. If you want to.
So we are both live on both of our pages at the same time. So if our eyes look weird and we're looking at different places, whatever, that's why.
Yeah, or if my eyes just go like this.
Yeah, we literally have two phones going at the same time, two ring lights, and we're going to post a picture, but my ring light is, well, I have ring light envy, right? Like, my ring light is, how much smaller do you think? Significantly smaller.
Yeah, I'm not good with measurements, you guys.
Than Chris's ring light. Maybe a third smaller.
Every single time I have my ring light over, she's like, oh, God.
It's upsetting. I'm like, I feel like it's so tiny compared to his. So
it still works though.
Side by side, especially, it's really difficult.
Yeah. Yes, especially because mine almost took hers out. So
yeah,
that was a situation.
But it's not important. You know, we're here to talk about
size
enjoying the little things. So
yes,
it's really how you use your ring light. You know.
Yeah, definitely, definitely love it.
So hey guys, what's up? We're excited to be here. We are going to be talking today about finding heaven on earth.
Yes, definitely. Because a lot of people, for some reason, have been coming to both Christy and I. And lately, because of these energy shifts and these retrogrades and all of this stuff,
it's been tough, guys. It's been a lot.
There's been a slump going on, you guys. And I feel like we're kind of in our own little haze type situation still, but we're about to get out of that, I feel like. Like, I feel like there's a big thing coming for us.
I feel just such a shift. I don't know if you feel it today, but I feel such a shift today.
Yeah.
Such an opening, you know, just like moving into a better and more positive energy. Definitely. A better feeling energy, I want to say, because no energy is bad.
Oh, God,
it's all very purposeful, right? What we've just gone through, this energetic process that we've gone through, is very purposeful. We cleared things, we learned things, we got to know ourselves a little bit better, or a lot a bit better. We got to know the people in our world a lot better. Maybe even people who we do want to keep around or we don't want to keep around. All kinds of stuff we learn through this process. Definitely.
And usually, Christy and I, we always talk about, like, the good energy, this thing, that thing, all in positive ways. But today we want to focus on the bad energy and how to change that up for you. Like, how to create exactly that heaven on earth. Because to me, this is hell. This is literally just a hellhole to us.
Yeah.
And it's going to keep on being negative if we keep pushing it in that negative way. And we have to literally take the energy that we have ourselves, and even if we're having a bad day, shift it.
Right. You know, like, the bottom line is, guys, that Earth is the most challenging school that we can attend, right? If we look at that spiritually, it is the toughest planet, is the densest planet, it is heavy, it is hard here. We are here to learn some really challenging lessons. We are here to do some major work here on this planet, and so yeah, it's gonna feel in a lot of ways like hell sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Right? But we don't think that it means that you have to just let yourself accept it as hell. Accept it as it's always going to be horrible. It's always going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, we don't want you guys to think that you have to literally walk around with your heads down all the time in life and just kind of take in this negative energy and have it like kick you in the stomach repeatedly. Both of our jobs, mainly here in the physical world, is to teach people to see the light and heal. And with me, I communicate with so many spirits to help people heal and stuff and let go of that grief, because we do have those negative emotions. But mainly, you know, the angels and stuff that are around us are here to help us kind of pick us up and say, this isn't how it's supposed to be. For example, if you ever feel like, let's just say finances. A lot of people worry about finances.
Mm-hmm.
And finances are one of the biggest stressors for millions of people. And that's one thing that I do get a lot for psychic questions. How about my finances? Are my finances going to change? Is this going to happen? And they can change if you push it to change. If you want it to change, you need to work hard to get it to change. But just don't think that if you can't afford a nice, fancy, gigantic home, that your life is living in hell because you're renting a place that has ripped walls and stuff. You know, put some colorful tape on it and put new curtains up.
Hang
let
up
some
some
sunlight.
Christmas lights.
Yes.
I mean, Christmas lights make everything better.
Yeah.
That, like, already you can turn this off. Hang up Christmas lights and you'll be happy. Like, that's heaven on earth.
Right? Yes, definitely. Lights are beautiful.
Or colored tape.
Yeah, colored tape. They have
know?
a new tape at the dollar store now. Like rainbows and
So
galaxy.
you can afford it, right?
Yeah, yes. See? There you go.
So, but I think that he's so right. It's like all about your perspective. You know, can we find gratitude for the things that we do have? Can we stop focusing on what we don't have? Can we start focusing on what we do have? Because that creates more of an abundance mindset anyway, right? And then we manifest those very things that we are wanting to manifest and bring into our life. And so that might include money, you know, that might be on your list. And by the way, today is the Lion's Gate. Today is 8/8. Today is a perfect time for you to focus on manifesting abundance, to think about, you know, what you're wanting to pull into your experience. So don't think about lack and what you don't have. Focus on visualizing the things that you do want and the kind of energy that you want to pull into your experience, or write about it, or create a vision board, or whatever it is that works best for you. But switch that energy, shift that energy to create that experience of heaven on earth, because we have a lot of power here. We have the ability to manifest the things that we would like to manifest if it's meant for our highest and best good. I want to put that out there, because sometimes things aren't meant for our highest and best good.
Yeah, definitely. And you know too is that I always and what I've recently read upon too is there's some people out there that get mad at God a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I want to bring that up too, because of this hellhole that we're in. People get mad because of all the negative situations, so people start to blame God.
Mm-hmm.
People tell people all the time that why would God do this, you know, is God mad at me? God is not human. He is spirit, he's unconditional love, and he's pure happiness. He's energy.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is when you put a label on God in a human characteristic, you're pretty much making yourself pull away, because you're giving him that human characteristic. And he does not have human characteristics, you guys, not at all. People ask me all the time, well, I keep praying, but nothing's changing. Mm-hmm. And they say to me too is God doesn't answer my prayers. God does answer your prayers. He says
Absolutely.
no. He says no, because there's things that he can't mess with in our lives because of our life purpose, our theme, our way of what we have to learn, because it's our choice to learn certain things. So God can give us what he can give us, but he's not going to give us everything, because he can't intervene with what our souls wanted.
Right.
Because this is our choice to come here, not his.
Absolutely. You know, I think, so first of all, God is always our homeboy, right? He just is. He's here for us. He holds us up. He's carrying us. But there's such a thing as it not being for your highest and best good, right? So that's, if it's not manifesting for you, it's either not in your highest and best good, or you haven't surrendered it, right? There's something to be said about, you know, if you are trying to control the vision all the time, and you are trying to tell God what to do, it's not going to manifest for you, because maybe God knows a better way. Maybe God is like trying to deliver this thing that you're asking for, but you're so focused on it having to be exactly one specific way that you can't see outside of that, and you're not handing it over. So when you're not handing it over, God can't take over. God can't deliver on the magic. So when you hand it over, when you surrender it and you say, you know, this is my intention, but I'm giving this to you to allow it to manifest, God can manifest that to you, you know, and for you. And that's where the real magic can happen, in that surrender. Yeah,
and two is that on top of that, shifts have to happen in order. So if you're like at all not, if your chart that you wrote, your blueprint that you wrote says they're praying for this right now or asking for this right now, but it's not all the way until here, then you're going to have to wait until it's time to get that peace.
It's called divine timing, right? And sometimes we have to wait. We have to be patient. There's a reason that it's not happening in that particular time or in that particular way. I think I love this story. I've been really obsessed with the work of Tasha Silver. She's just this incredible human. And so if you're working on surrendering, if you're working on letting go of control, I highly, highly recommend her books and her work. But she gave this example of this woman who was very focused on manifesting her life and doing all of the things that, you know, you're supposed to do to manifest and create your experience. But she was, how did that not work?
I don't know.
He's getting a call. We were setting up things so that we wouldn't get calls, but yeah, I guess it didn't work. But so she was very focused on that, and one of the things that she was focused on was that she wanted to be Oprah. She wanted to have basically the life that Oprah has, but the problem was that wasn't in her chart. That wasn't on her life path. And by the way, that's Oprah's life. That's not her life. And so when she started to surrender some things and say, you know, this would be nice and I would like this, but I'm handing this over, all kinds of magical stuff that was in alignment for her best life started to show up. And she just started to connect with what truly made her happy and connect with that joy and connect with these amazing things that are arriving for her.
Yeah, and on top of that too is what I've also learned in connecting with that story is here in the physical world, we sometimes see people that are above us, or we feel like some people are better than us because they have more money and this, that, and the other thing. And then jealousy comes in, and then anger comes in, and then you get depressed because you're not up there with them. But the thing though is on the other side, we don't have that. Mm-hmm. So there's different levels to spirits. So we all have many lives. And as you go on with lives and your life lessons, you level up. And that's what happens on our side. On the other side, they don't have that. They don't have the, well, you're a level 54 and I'm a level, 32. You're better than me. They don't have that over there. So I always tell people, think about it that way, is if our souls don't have that judgment or that, that feeling of pettiness or being upset that we're not up there with those people,
right,
then why do we need it here? Like, obviously we have human mind and human bodies, but if we could understand ourselves of how our souls will work on top of all that, then we won't have to feel that depression because somebody else is doing better than somebody else.
Right, like focus on who you were built to be, what feels best and right for your life path, and stop doing the comparing. Because, by the way, Oprah has a pretty great life, but she's got her shit too.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Like, even the people that are movie stars and stuff, they still get flat tires, they still get late for appointments, they still, have their own family dramas and issues. It's not all, like, just because they have money and stuff doesn't make them happy.
Right. I do a lot of work, and I know you work with people a lot too, but I would say, like, in my soul therapy that I'm doing with people, when I'm working with people and hearing what's going on in their lives, there are people who come in all the time that you would look at and go, oh, they don't have any challenges, or, they've got it all together. And I always feel like I'm really blessed because I get to see under the hood of so many people, and I get to see that everybody struggles in their own way. Everybody's got their stuff. Everybody's got their lessons they're learning, the stuff that they're working on. And so we're all just trying to grow and work, and we've got our stuff.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you hear this a lot, but what I hear is you're a spiritual person, so you probably don't have a lot of problems because Spirit has your back and that you're always peppy and happy and this and that. No, honey, I could rip out my hair as much as you can right now because I get stressed out.
How many times are we like, oh my gosh, I'm having the worst day, to each other?
Yes.
Yeah, like, we have bad days too.
I'll message her and be like, is there a fucking energy shift coming up? Because I am not dealing with this right now. I am not.
Please, God, just save me today. We have those days too. We have our own problems. We've got our own stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I get that a lot too.
Yeah, and the thing too is that, for example too, with the whole manifesting energy plus spirituality, let me tell you guys a little bit about my life. So I bought my family home, which you guys know, most of you guys know, and when I moved in there, it was hell. It was hell. And it wasn't the fact that I did anything to do so, but I remember waking up one morning and I just was off. I was looking at my ceiling and I said, fuck. Like, I just knew. So, as the time went on, I got up, I had my coffee. As I was having my coffee, my cat knocked my phone off the table and broke the whole screen. And it was completely, like, dead. It was not working. So then I'm like, that's great. Well, what the hell am I supposed to do now? So I had to go to AT&T. And as I was at AT&T, they didn't have any more Androids in the store because it was a smaller store. They didn't have any. I had to get an iPhone. And I love my iPhone now, but I hated iPhones
Best
before.
thing that ever happened to you, right?
Yes. But I hated iPhones. I did not want one, but I needed it for business purposes. So I was like, just give it to me. Literally, I went home, and I was so mad about the cat. I was so pissed off about the day. My energy was so off. I got a bill in the mail for $300 for things that I don't want to explain and express right now. Let's just say it was a ticket. And as I went on, I was like, I don't know what this is for, blah, blah, blah. I was getting pissed. My day was just going to hell.
It was just like a really bad day.
Yes.
Wow.
And then my friend decided to come over. I was out back cutting trees down because I had to trim some bushes and stuff. And next thing you know, he said he had to go get a drink, so he went to go get a drink, and my water was shut off. Because of a misunderstanding from when my mom moved out and I moved in. So it was a complete misunderstanding. I had to pay $300 and something for it to turn back on. And so it was just literally one thing after another that day. And people literally look at me like, you're so spiritual, you're so happy, everything just goes good for you. Yeah, right. Because that day was a living hell. You guys should have
seen him that day,
Oh,
right?
God, I wanted to rip out my hair, and I was just ready to go. And honestly, then I sat down at the end of the day, and I'm like, why am I so pissed off? Like, I was like, why do I feel this way? I have to do an energy shift for myself, because when you think about this stuff too, is when everything happens and you're focused on that negative thing, you're bringing in all of this other negative stuff, which is going to lead up to more negative things,
like
even throughout
snowballs,
the day.
right?
Yes,
yeah,
exactly. So then once I laid in bed and said, you know what, tomorrow's a better day, I'm going to wake up in a better mood, I prayed to God, I asked him for help, I asked the angels for some guidance, and I woke up feeling better, and it completely turned around. Completely turned around.
So what you did, what I love about what Chris did, is he took a pause. He recognized, wow, my energy is moving in a direction that I do not like. Because we're human. We're all human. We all have, this tendency to lean in that direction, especially if you're not out of the habit of that. But you took a pause and you recognized it, and you said, I'm choosing to not continue with this. I'm choosing to not let my energy go down so low. Because you could have, gone in a downward spiral from there.
Definitely.
I could have just let it take over.
I could have drank myself. That's what I could have done. I was done. But I don't drink. But, I mean, oh my God. It was drastic. But honestly, you guys, that's what you have to do is understand that. Now, another thing is people. Like, people in our lives. So let's say what these people do and how people drain us. Okay? Because a lot of people come to me with other people's problems. And I'm like, honey, you need to either step away or understand that's not your problem. That is theirs. People come to me about their children mainly. And they just go, they're into drugs, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And I look at them and said, you can only be there for so long. You can only do so many things. But it's time to step away. Sadly, it's time to step away. And it's not me saying don't take care of your son or daughter. But it's saying that when you step away, they're on their own path. You can raise a child, but when they get older, it's their choices and decision. You didn't put those drugs in their mouth. You didn't put, that alcohol in their mouth. It was their choice and decision to get them there. Now it's their choice and decision to get them out of there. And people get drained because they feel like they have to change that or take care of their own crap.
So hard, right? We, so many people that I work with, and I'm sure that you work with, we're just helpers and healers, and we want to take care of people, right? And so it's really, really easy to try to take responsibility for other people and take on the energy of that. But I think that it's really important that we consider that we can't. We literally are only responsible for ourselves. We have to, like you said, raise our children, but at the same time, we're only responsible for ourselves. I read this meme, and I wish I could remember the exact wording of it because I loved it so much because it just really resonated. And it was something like, have you ever considered that every time you rescue someone, you are preventing them from living out their own karma?
Mm-hmm.
You cannot rescue people. You cannot always step in. You have to let them live their path as well. You can support from the side. You can send them light. You can send them prayers, but you can't do it for them at the end of the day, no matter how much you love them, no matter how badly you want it.
Yeah.
You can pray because that'll help, right? But they have to choose.
Yeah, and I seen something on Facebook the other day too where they were talking about people having problems in lives and, taking care of other people, but they use the airplane for an example as when those, I can't remember what they're called, the breathing masks come down. They say on airplanes, you have to do yours first before doing somebody else's. So they were using that as a reference, saying that you need to help your life before you can help somebody else's life. And I absolutely love that reference. I did. 100%. I absolutely love that reference.
You need to put the mask on yourself first. You need to focus on that.
Yeah.
And, they've got to kind of fumble around and find their own mask.
Yeah.
And that's really important. I always think of, so you're younger than me, so you might not.
She always has to bring that up. You're younger than me, so.
So do you guys know that song, though, Down with OPP? Do you know that song? So I was thinking about that, like, it's not what OPP stands for, but, I'm not down with OPP. I'm not down with other people's problems.
Yes. Yeah.
And we have to, like, stop taking that on. We can support, we can help, but we cannot do for people.
Definitely.
We cannot rescue.
Yeah, and like yesterday, my grandmother, oh my God, said, my grandmother, she's diabetic, and it's sad, because sometimes diabetes is a terrible thing. But, yesterday she called me, and I said, hey, Gram, and she's like, you almost didn't have a gram this afternoon. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, like, I'm having anxiety over this, but I understand, like, death comes whenever. And all that stuff, but it still takes a toll on me. That's that energy kind of sucking from me because I feel like, I should be there for her.
Yeah, of course.
And at the end of the whole conversation, because she was having a diabetic attack, her diabetes was low. And at the end of the whole conversation, she literally told me she just wanted to lay there and go. And I was like, Grandma, at least you helped yourself. That's a good thing, but... And I tell her all the time to move in with me. I do. I'm like, just move in with me if you want help. But she does not want to listen to me. She does not want to listen to me.
Because that's her path and that's how she wants to do it,
yeah.
right?
And
as hard as it is. Yeah.
But at the same time, I just feel like I want to like grab her and throw her in a box, drag her to my house and say, this is where you're staying and this is where you're going to be staying, period. Like,
you can't put your grandma in a box,
I
Chris.
can't. I know.
Can't.
It's so heartbreaking, though. But you just can't. That's another thing, too. You just can't keep people to yourself. Like, people have to learn their own problems, their own situations.
Yeah. And I think, like, another thing that's really, really important for keeping this heaven on earth, is, and we touched on it a little bit, but it's finding gratitude. Like, when you can find gratitude, when you can hang up Christmas lights and you can just take a step back and appreciate the Christmas lights, how does that make it into every video?
I don't, you just love Christmas lights.
I really like Christmas lights, I guess.
Oh my God, we should wrap you in one day. Like, make a video of you just wrapped up one, and we just do the video while you're just talking. Yes.
Christy and Chris sparkly AF.
Yes. Oh my God, we should do it for Christmas. Just dress for Christmas tree outfits. That'd be cute.
Just give me all the Christmas lights. But that always makes it in because, well, God damn it, I have an appreciation for Christmas lights, okay? So I feel really grateful when I'm sitting in a room and there are Christmas lights or there's something sparkly. Like, it's a little, I really appreciate that stuff, right? But, like, what do you really appreciate? What sparks that joy for you? What makes you happy? It makes me really happy to walk through the woods and just look at the trees and appreciate them and appreciate what God has created for us. If you're not feeling grateful, take a step outside and look up at the sky and tell me that you don't look at that sky and feel something.
Yeah, and, like, when you get those, like, I love seeing other people smile. And, I mean, when it comes to certain things, like, if I can make someone smile, I will. Like, that's just the best part of my life. But if I just see someone smirking, we're at a restaurant, and I just see people talking and they smirk, that lights my heart up. I don't know what it is, but when I see someone smile, I'm just like, that just means, they're actually happy right now.
Yeah.
And just feeling someone else's happiness makes me happy.
Oh my God, laughter is the best.
Oh God,
yeah.
I love baby laughter too.
Uh-huh.
That is the best.
That's amazing.
Baby laughter is just the best.
Listen to a baby laugh and tell me that you don't feel grateful
God,
in
yeah.
some way, you know, or joyful.
Yes, whenever they laugh, I'm just like, aww.
Yeah, it's the best.
And pugs, I love pugs. If I could get like
pugs laughter.
If I could get like a truck of pugs just to run around me, I would love that. I would just.
So somebody set that up for Chris.
Oh God, please do, please do a truck full of pugs, and I just lay in there and they just run all over me.
Funny.
I would love that. Pugs just make. You ever like look at something and it's so cute, you cringe and you're just like, oh.
My God. I do love pugs. I
that's
that.
neat.
So maybe our next video is pugs and Christmas lights.
Oh my God, yes. Oh God.
I love it. So much fun. Yeah. But so anyway, whatever fills you up, whatever, makes you feel grateful. We touched on laughter. Laughter, as you can see, like Chris and I have a lot of fun together. We love to laugh. I love to laugh. That's my favorite thing in this world is just to be around people that make me laugh, that I can just have fun with, that I can enjoy myself with. And so surround yourself with people that make you feel good.
Yes, definitely. And like when there are negative people around you, it's okay to cut people off too. Mm-hmm. Don't think you have to help those people because they're on their own little paths and stuff. I have so many people that have that I personally know that I see and I'm just like, why do you drag this person with you when you know that you're drained afterwards, or you talk or complain and this, that, and other thing? Drop it. Like I've cleared a lot of people out of my life just because I had to find my own path. Mm-hmm. Like I was feeling like a lot of people were cluttering me. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? I love you guys. And it's okay to love people and let go, but I literally look at them like, okay, I love you guys, but I need a break. Mm-hmm. I need a hall pass. You know what I mean? Yeah. I need to get rid of this relationship right now because this is not working. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, people will come and go out of our paths for reasons too, to help us through these life lessons.
100%.
And to create the heaven on earth for yourself too, all you guys have to do is literally look for the good things in life. Make sure you're happy about whatever you can be happy about. And even if you're having problems, like if you're having like a house that isn't fit for you, create it to fit it for you. It doesn't matter what in the world it looks like as long as you can create it. I know that some people need sunlight in certain rooms and there's no windows. They will hang, and they won't even have curtains. They won't even, Christmas lights. Or they'll hang curtains up to make it look like there's a window in there to make it feel better. Just to know that there's a window behind something. Do
what your soul is called to, like whatever it is that you feel like, okay, this might help it to feel a little bit better.
Yes.
And make those adjustments to make every day a little bit happier, a little bit more joyful.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, wake up and ask your soul, what do you want today? Don't ask your human mind, human body. Ask your soul. If your soul literally, like, you just get a picture of a hot fudge sundae, go get some hot fudge sundae for breakfast.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's heaven on earth, right?
Oh, God,
yeah, heck yeah. And I think, like, also, and it looks like we're getting low on time, but I want to just talk really quickly about the fact that, yes, we want to make sure that we make ourselves a priority and that we are giving ourselves self-care and self-love and all of that stuff, but there's also something to be said about service, acts of service, doing things for other people, helping other people. And this is not, we've already talked about not draining yourself helping other people, but, just doing something because it feels good to help other people. And I think that that's really important too. And sometimes when we're not so focused on ourselves and we're really focused on what can I do that's good? What can I do to bring more light onto this planet, to do something better here in this world? Oh my gosh, like, that will help you to feel better, help you to recognize heaven on earth really quickly, I think.
And it sends a ripple effect for you too. Like you do one good thing, it sends a ripple effect of good energy, and then that person's happy, and then that person does something to make you happy. It all sends a ripple effect. Just like when you see an older person at the store and they can't reach for something off the shelf. Grab it, give it to them, and that just sends that ripple effect right out.
It's like sharing love, and there's nothing better than sharing love here in this world and light here in this world, and this is a big part of what we're here to do. Definitely. Is to help each other out. So that helps to create heaven on earth for you and for other people.
Yes, and you guys just need to make that heaven on earth type situation for you guys, though. And switch up your own lives if you have to. Do it up.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here today. Do you have anything else in closing? closing that you wanted to say?
No, right now. I feel like that was a lot of information for them.
Yeah.
You know, I
think
feel like
so
that was a
too.
lot of information. So, you guys enjoy your guys' time, enjoy your guys' day, enjoy your guys' life. We will be back for another video soon, hopefully, after we schedule some things around and see what we're going to be doing. And tune on in for those ones too. And remember, I'm Christopher Scott Stilson, and I'm healing the world one spirit at a time. And this is... This is Christy.
And I'm Christy Forsyth. I made that awkward, didn't I?
I was like trying to do an
It's okay.
outro. I tried to do an outro,
Oh.
but it didn't work.
Well,
But
yeah, I just watched you. I don't
It's
know.
okay. She was just staring.
But I'm Christy Forsyth, and I'm here too. So thank you for watching, and yeah, we love you guys.
yes, I love you all so much. Have fun, you guys.
Take care, guys.